Guys, so how's she going today? So we got a little letter from the lawyer. Just forget what he was talking about, but we're gonna look into this again. I know Mother was explaining some of this to me, and I believe one of these was just a copy. I don't know if I can figure it out now. Let's see how to do this. So I don't think this is yeah, okay. Can I separate these? Because I really just want... Yes, I can. Okay, good. This is what he wrote to me in regards of when I sent him that bill. And I'm just going to get something clear here real quick. I know a couple of guys were saying to sign up to some kind of a program or whatever to help get these bills paid off. Well, it's kind of either way you look at it. It still involves that you're taking money from other people. So, you know, if I go through their thing, the thing he was talking about, he would, if they did agree to it, this is the point. Then someone else would have to turn around and would have to pay them back. So it's kind of a it's just basically the same thing as you were just to go open a GoFundMe account and have people donate money that way. I mean, it's kind of just the same thing. Either way, everyone's got to get their money back at some point. So, this is just basically what he said to me. He's writing to this guy. Blah blah blah. But what he's doing here is he's talking to this guy. I believe his name is Todd. It says right here, Todd, whatever. He is asking them. Now they're in North Dakota. So he's basically asking them what their rates are, okay, or their interest bullshit, the rates, I guess is what they would call them. He's trying to figure out that, and without knowing what you have or have not agreed, blah blah blah. Okay, whatever. So basically, he's trying to figure out, and he says here, well, we're going to up our payments a little bit, a month for the bill, but it's not going to ever do it much good anyway. So, what did he say? But I know there was something that my mom was talking about, and so, and then it says the company name, which I'm not going to say that, but I think what he's trying to figure out here is if these things apply in Minnesota, like if what they're doing is technically legal or not. And I believe he was also trying to figure out, I'm just going to put this over there, why they were tacking on so much in the first place. And this is what he wrote to them. It says, "Dear Todd, blah 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 blah," and the names, and then it shows, of course, the amount, and it shows that I have paid in the last year. I paid $1,273.54, and then it showed. Of course, then it shows that the bill is still well over $6,000. Like it's never done much. See, what he's saying here is that when I try to make my payments, it looks like as fast as they or we are making the payments, everything is getting eaten up by the rates or the interest, is what he's got written here. So, yes, we had asked him to contact you, blah, blah, blah. You know, they got either the interest or the service fees in this account, whatever. So, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Person, he just told him to, what my lawyer does is that he writes a letter out, which is what I'm holding here, and then he'll send me a copy of what he wrote to the Todd guy. So basically, this is what my lawyer said to Todd, and then this letter here, he was talking to me. You know, this is going out to Todd, but this he sent me a copy of it, and it says here, please advise as soon as possible. Blah blah blah. Okay. And then, what's over here? Okay, that's just nothing. So, what the problem is here is when I make my payments to my bills, okay, I think I've said this before, I have paid, you know, from what I can figure out, I paid about a little over $1,000 a year to get my bill paid down, right? Okay, well, $1,000 a year, you know, that's pretty good, you know, when you look at it like that. $1,000 a year, and if I continue to make those kind of payments at the rate that I was going from the beginning to now, it might have taken, if there wasn't any of this interest bullshit and fees or whatever the hell it is, it would take me probably about, see, I've already made about $1,000 payment, so, but even though I didn't really do anything, I probably would have had about another 5 years to maybe go on this if they weren't tacking on all that interest bullshit. See, the problem is that when I made the $1,200 payment, you know, for the whole year, about 99% of that just went into that interest bullshit, or the fees, or the rates, whatever you want to call them. So that's the reason why I'm basically not getting anywhere with my bill, because they're adding on way too much interest. If they're doing what North Dakota is allowed to do, which is 25%, that's just ridiculously too much. You know, it's like, I mean, if you lived in North Dakota, you would for damn sure have to make sure that you got insurance, because if you got stuck with this kind of a bill, you're going to be paying on this for the next 10 years at the rate that things are going now. You know, I mean, this is just fucking trucks. Waiting for that truck to go by. I didn't know where it was turning. Sounds like it went by, but anyways, and another thing too is, now what's coming? Sounds like a loader. Try to cock over my fucking video programs again. Why not? This is really when I wish I could just turn my shop around, you know? I guess he's gonna be, grabbing a vehicle. Okay, so he's down there a little ways now. I guess he's grabbing some vehicles, but, I mean, yeah. I mean, basically, what's going on here is, like I said, that with all the interest and stuff that they're adding on to, I'm just simply not getting anywhere. So right now, he's just waiting to hear back from this guy, which could take a while. And another thing too is that some of you people don't know, but my bill is I forget what they call it now, but I was basically forced to take this bill to my lawyer, you know, because me and then that company, which is this company here, we are like no longer talking because we got into that big fight a while back. Because they were just getting so fucking greedy, and they were like, oh no, we want like $500 a month, you know, and we're like, no, we're not fucking doing that. I don't have money up the ass to be giving you guys fucking money every goddamn month, $500. It's like, I ain't doing that. So that's why we got into that big fight, and then I was like, you know what, I'm taking it to my lawyer. And ever since it's been to my lawyer, I've been taking it to my lawyer, and he's been... So basically what it is now is that I can't talk to them, and they can't talk to me, okay? Because the thing is, they were, well, see, it's not this bill basically went to a collection agency, or whatever the hell they call it, and those are the people that don't like you. And they will argue with you, and they will fight you, and they will take you to court over it, and all that stupid shit. You know, I was paying them, I was paying it directly to the hospital, and then they got pissed off because they weren't happy with what I was giving them. So then they took it to a collection agency or whatever. So that's kind of another reason why I don't think going to a company would help. To get rid of the bill. Because it's already gone through that bullshit, and now it's going through my lawyer bullshit, so, that's not going to do me, it's just simply not going to do me any good now. So, but when the collection agency people started calling, they're the ones that get the meanest. And they just act like that I got all this money up the ass, and I don't. They have no respect for people. This is why I actually recommend that if people need to have insurance, even if it's something cheap or if it's high-end insurance, mine's on the low end, so it still kind of helps, but what are you going to do? So, but ever since I went to the collection agency, they started getting on my nerves, and and they were threatening me. So then I started threatening them. I just started threatening them, and I said, well, you know what? If you're going to do that, then you'll be talking to my lawyer. And then I think that pickup's got a backup alarm on it. Why do you need a backup alarm on a pickup? I don't get it. It's not even a work truck, just a regular fucking pickup. Makes no sense, but okay. So, this is the reason why I basically go through my lawyer, is because of this bullshit that they wanted to start with me. And the thing is, too, is that I would have been willing to work with them with just the collection agencies alone. But they were not being nice to me, and I was not going to take their bullshit. I am not going to let some other company tell me what to do. If you want me to make bigger payments, you need to show me some fucking respect. And they were not showing me any respect. And I told them that too. It's like, you know what? If you fuckers are going to be disrespectful to me, you know, and not talk to me in a polite manner, I want nothing to do with you. And that's what pissed them off. Well, I'm not going to take your bullshit. I don't care if you're the president of the goddamn United States. I don't take bullshit from anybody. I don't even take bullshit from my family members. I will chew them out too if I have to. Because it's just not what, you know, I don't put up with it. So, that's basically how all this mess got started. And so I took it to the lawyer. The lawyer talked to them and said, well, you can no longer contact these people, which is me, you know. And what was so stupid is, I think, if I can remember correctly, at times, I was gone when they were trying to call. I was literally out in the fields. I was helping the old timer fix his baler, or help him cut hay, or whatever the hell it was doing, what we were doing at the time. And of course, my mom answered the phone, and they asked for me, and my mom told them, oh, he's not here right now. And they got all fucking pissed off, and they started cussing her out. You know, it's like, you don't do that. That's just disrespectful. So, that's kind of basically the reasons why anything that's going to happen with bills, I'm just going to take it to my lawyer, because I don't want to put up with people, because, one, no respect. All they think about is money. They're fucking money hungry. You know? Like, I don't have time for your bullshit. You know? And every time that they would always have someone different calling. But it was always from, the same company. But the thing is, none of them were talking nice. They're always disrespectful. I was like, well, you're not making it any better for yourself by talking shit to me, thinking that you can run my life and tell me what to do. No, you can't do that. You want money, I'm gonna give you what I can, and you're gonna talk to me in a polite manner. If you're gonna be a fucking dick about it, well, then you can just talk to my lawyer then. So that's why I had just stopped. You know, so I was like, you know what, I'm done with that. So that's why I got the lawyer involved, because things were not going anywhere. And basically, when you get a lawyer involved, they can't do much. They have to, you know, if I say I want to pay, well, let's just say I want to pay $50. Not a lot, not going to do a lot. But if I wanted to do that, and they got that letter through a lawyer, they have no choice but to take that. You know, and the lawyer will explain the reasons why I can only pay that amount. And they have to put up with it. But when you're doing it by yourself to another, you know, to that exact same company, like it's you versus the company, they get a little bit more bitchy about it, you know. So basically, the lawyer, it saves you the time and the trouble of dealing with them. Now, am I saying that everyone should probably get a lawyer? It's best to find one and have him stick around, you know, have his number in case you need him. But the most part is get some kind of an insurance that will pay at least a good chunk of it, if not at least 50% of your bill, because, you know, this is just, it's a lot. So, you know, and the thing, like I'm saying, you know, the rates are absolutely nuts. You know, and this was the lawyer one, right? He didn't say it in this letter, I don't think, but I believe he told Todd that I've had bills from here in Minnesota. Of course, Minnesota didn't add anything on for interest or rates. They didn't have any kind of rates. And he told them that I had gotten those bills paid off real quick because there was no rates going on with them. You know, there wasn't paying that interest, there wasn't any fees or anything like that. It was just strictly the bill. But when it comes to this company, you know, no, they want to hit you with fees, so they're making even more money. So basically now, the way things are going, they probably could make $10,000 by the time I'm done. So basically, they're making more than what the bill was actually for. That's the way I see it. Don't. That's probably not how it's going, but it's bullshit because basically, when I had made that $1,200 payment, about 90% of that, if not 99% of that, only went into fees. The other 1%, which was the $300, paid the bill. So basically, I only put a $300 dent in my bill to where it should have been $1,200. But see, the thing is too, is they're adding on all those fees. If that's even legal to do, I don't know. Because I live in Minnesota and they're from North Dakota, so I don't know if they're not doing something by the book or if it's legal for them to do it that way. I don't know. But, it's just, I don't know what they expect from me. They act like I got a money tree growing in my yard, I don't. And companies wonder why they get such a bad reputation. Well, this is kind of why, because for one, you're overcharging, and then you're being a dick about it. Like, the main thing is being a dick about it, Like, I don't have a problem. I don't know what that guy's doing, whatever. I don't really have too much of a problem paying, the $6,000 bill, right? Okay, so we're going to try this again now and make sure he's not standing there like an idiot. So, I forget what the hell I was talking about now. So, but, yeah. So, that's why it's not a good idea to, don't go to the hospital if you don't have insurance. That's what I'm trying to say. And that's, and if you think about it, a lot of the poor people don't even go to the hospital and they end up, being sick for so long, or they even die from it. Well, this is the reason why, because, there was really no good insurances out there. Apparently Obama made some cheaper insurance for the poor people and stuff like that. Okay, that's all good and stuff, but, at the time I didn't have insurance. That's why I got stuck with it. I do have insurance now. It's not top of the line, but you know what? It'll stop me from getting another $6,000 bill in the future, or worse. So, no matter what kind of insurance you can get it, because it'll help you. Even if, like I said, you can only pay off if it only pays off a certain amount of it, that's fine. But I would definitely maybe try to find a good lawyer too, in case things should go south, So, I mean, it's basically here what he says too is just that it seems like it's all just going into, that those rates, like, in those fees, and I'm not. That's simply the reason why I'm not getting anywhere. So, I forget what he said in the other letter, but I believe he said too that if I could put a big dent in there, which would mean probably sell a tractor and pay for it. He said that it would probably, they might give me some kind of a discount or something too. I don't really know what the hell he was talking about, but I don't know if it's said in here or not. But But we are going to up the payment a little bit. I don't remember what we were paying, but I'm going to up it a little bit more. I'm not happy about it because it'll just be less money that I can have to put into projects. The 1586 is a fucking major project from hell, and that's going to take time to do. So, but he, I thought it said here, maybe not. But yeah, he kind of just, I don't think it said in here, but from what it sounded like, from what my mother said anyway, it sounded like it would probably help too if I made a big large payment. Well, I can't make a large payment. I don't have the fucking money anymore. So I didn't, like I said, I didn't know they were adding on all these fucking fees up the yang and shit like that. If I knew they were doing that, I never would have bought in the fucking 1586 then. I already have the 1586. I shouldn't have to turn around and go fucking sell it now after just owning it for a short time, you know. I don't know North Dakota's fucking laws, and I don't even know Minnesota's laws, you know, because I'm not into that kind of stuff. I'm into making a living. You know, I don't give a shit about Minnesota laws. I don't give a shit about North Dakota laws. I don't give a shit about any of that. I care about myself and my family. I don't care about nothing else. I don't care about anyone else, you know. So, so I don't know. It sounded like they might give me some kind of a discount or might, I don't know, it's just something, but he was recommending to just put a down payment of $5,000. What that'll do is it would get it down to a more manageable level, obviously. So I don't know. See, this is what he was saying right here at the bottom. I'm not sure which laws apply or would apply in this case. I understand the medical services were done over there in North Dakota in the hospital in the state of North Dakota, but you are a Minnesota resident. So basically what they should be doing is they should be considering the fact that I'm a Minnesota person, and they should kind of be balancing it out to where it's fair. Because yes, I went to North Dakota to have a lot of my major things done, but I actually live in Minnesota. So, but at the time, I didn't really trust going to the hospitals here in Minnesota, especially for my town, or for my county anyway, because at the time when I was going there, they just seemed a little bit, you know, wonky in the head. Apparently now they've upgraded a little bit and they've gotten better doctors, but yeah, my mom's apparently going to, my mom and my grandma I know are going back there again. They said that they found a couple of new doctors and they were really good. So another fun fact too is maybe just make sure that whatever state you live in, make sure that, you know, you don't have any fees. Like Minnesota apparently doesn't have any fees. So basically I should have went to the hospital here in Minnesota, then I wouldn't have, then I still would have been stuck with a $6,000 bill. It's just that they wouldn't be tacking on all the fees and the rates and stuff, right? But I went to North Dakota because I thought they were better. So, but you know, what's done is done. You can't undo it. You can't go back in time and correct it. So that's what we got to figure out now. I don't know if he's going to try to reason with them to see if maybe they'll either down the rates or what. I'm not sure, because I think they have to kind of take into account the fact that I live in Minnesota. You know, so basically, you know, they have, you know, and of course I went and did stuff there in North Dakota. but they really should be trying to kind of, balance it out to where it's fair, So we're instead of 25% a month, it should be maybe 15% a month, something a little bit, fairer. But they don't take in account, Minnesota laws because they're from North Dakota, so that's kind of the problem. I mean, North Dakota really needs to straighten their ass up and down their rates because that's just nuts. Like I said, if I knew that North Dakota did that kind of stuff, I never would have bought the tractor then. But I have it now, and I shouldn't have to. I shouldn't have to sell out because of North Dakota's laws. I should be able to start my living, my career, because it's bad enough that if I do have to sell it, I gotta wait a few more years before I can go get another tractor. Like, I want to start young, not halfway through my life. So that's just not going to happen. That's not the way I choose to start my career. I want to start my career at a young age and actually get to enjoy it before I got to fucking retire, Like, if I have to freaking start when I'm 50, well, what the hell's the point then, right? I might as well just not even start and just retire, go get me some retirement funds and be done with it. Because then at that point, there's no point, right? So, but, yeah. Let's see what this guy's going to do. Give me 1 second here. Okay, well, I guess he's walking way down to the other end, so it's going to be quite the long walk, bud. But, yeah, so maybe they'll come to some kind of an agreement. I don't know, because this is bullshit. I mean, my bill should have been down $1,200, if not more. Because I think that was just $1,200 just for the 1 year, and then times 2 years, well, that should be about $1,200 that I paid in that fucking bill. But most of it is just going all to their fees and rates, if there are any fees. But there definitely are some rates, so kind of would explain to the reason to why I'm not getting anywhere, and it's not right. But again, they don't give a shit, they're not, and what was so stupid is that when I was talking to them, not through the lawyer, but to the people, the company, they were like, oh, well, we want, like, truck going by. But I think they said that they wanted at least like $200 or $300 a month, and I'm like, there's no way in hell I'm doing that, because if I did that, I would not be able to pay any of my other medical bills that I have. I got other medical bills besides this big major one. I got a lot of small ones too. So, but a lot of the small ones are pretty much cheap enough to, I think, where I can manage that myself. I don't need to take it to my lawyer. Like I said, that one medical bill was $1,500. I got it down to $500. So, and they already agreed to what I was, what I offered them, and they're like, oh yeah, we're fine with that. So I'm not paying a lot on that, but I can't. I don't make enough money to make everyone happy with a fair price range. I would like to pay all my bills, give them $100+ a month. It's just that's not going to happen. If I didn't have either this big bill or a lot of the little bills, then it would be more reasonable then to up the payments to the other bill, the opposite bill. But when I have all these bills crashing together on top of me, I have to split my money up to where I can make decent payments to all of them. I just can't cough up $500 for each little person and be like, here you go. That's not going to happen. And it would have been nice if I had my little bowl my little cow, because by next winter I could have sold them. Well, they're $600. I could have went and and paid off one of my small bills, meaning I would have like that one bill. That one bill, well, basically I think by next winter I'd probably have it paid off. But the point is, if I had another bill like that, I could go put a major dent in that small bill, and then I can go up my payments to another bill, so then I can get that bill paid off, and then I'm looking at the positive side to all this bullshit, and then I'm trying to balance it out where it's fair for everyone. But at the time they were butthurt, so they took it to a collection agency, and they got pissed off, and they just like I was telling them what I could afford, and they were just not having it. They were just like, no, we want more than that. Like, no, we can't fucking do that. So, and then it kind of just fell apart from there, and I had to take it to the lawyer, and the lawyer told him to fuck off and told him to quit contacting us, because they were calling just about every day. Same thing with my mom when she got stuck with medical bills too, or some kind of fucking bill she was stuck with a while back. They just kept harassing her too. So I'm not sure whatever happened to those. I think we got those bills paid off. So, and I believe she's got insurance now too. I think she's under the same insurance plan as what I'm under. So, but unfortunately, the thing is that when I went and got the insurance, I tried to get that bill put on the insurance so that the insurance would pay for it, but they said that it was too. The bill was, because they'll take older bills, but they won't take really old bills. So basically, like if you got into an accident, you didn't have insurance, and then a week later you went and got insurance, they would probably take that bill and pay that bill off. Whereas if that bill was probably a couple of months old or something, I don't know what their timeline was. I'm going to say probably about 2 or 3 months maybe. Oh, he just snuck right on by, didn't he? That's crazy. Snuck right on by. I didn't even see him. Okay, so he went and found his little yellow Jeep that he was looking for. Guess he didn't know exactly where it was, but it was right here in front of him, so. But what he's doing. I guess he's just moving it. That's what he's doing. But yeah, so apparently, like I was saying, they won't take bills that are, a certain amount of months old. Because I had tried to take that bill to them, and they just said no, it was too far gone. So I was able to take a couple of other bills there, and they were able to take care of them. But basically, I was stuck with most of them. So, but yeah. So I do have insurance now. I mean, I've had insurance for quite a while now, but you just got to find what you can get and make it work. Because you don't want to be stuck with a bill. I don't care if it's even a $1,500 bill. You don't want to be stuck with it. Because if you don't make certain payments, or you don't make certain amounts, like if you don't agree to their thing, they kind of get a little bitchy. And then they'll take it to a collection agency, and then they'll get all fucking pissy, and then you're just right there fighting with them, and it does no good, because they won't work with you, and so this door fell open, but whatever. What's done is done. Can't fix it, so I'm just going to drive on with it, and I guess see if we can get something figured out. But yeah, so we'll just wait and see if the lawyer can do anything about it or not. I doubt it, but it's just kind of this is just bullshit. It's just ridiculous. So hopefully he can figure it out and talk him down or tell him to do something different, or I don't know. I don't know what he's got plans for, but it's not coming out of my paycheck, all that money. So I don't know. Something's going to happen. I guess. I mean, either way, we're going to be continue to be stuck with it, or they'll figure something out or something. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I can't tell you really a lot because as of right now, I don't know. I just got this letter yesterday, and I got to wait to hear back from Todd. So I guess that'll probably take a while. We probably won't hear from him now, probably till next week now sometime. So yeah, I guess that's pretty much it then. I don't know what else to really tell you guys. We'll see if I get any more information. Like I said, I probably won't hear anything back now until probably next week sometime. So I guess if I ever hear anything else, I'll let you guys know, but I don't know. Hopefully we'll get something figured out to where this bullshit stops. But what are you going to do? So anyways, guys, I guess I'm going to take off. So I guess have a good day and stuff. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Take her easy.